Ever found yourself entangled with a mesmerizing seducer or seductress in real life? Brace yourselves because today, we're diving deep into the intriguing world of seduction, dissecting 8 alluring archetypes. Let's see how many of these types of seducers you've encountered in your life. And pay attention to the last one, the most dangerous of all categories. Let the seduction saga begin. The libertine, typically a male figure, remains amoral and occasionally assertive, delivering unique and magical experiences to women, even if only for a brief period. Devoted entirely to love and pleasure, he continuously adapts his appearance, expectations, and ambitions to suit his victims. Contrary to expectations, his fleeting infatuations are genuine and heartfelt. The libertine skillfully employs words to make a woman feel unique and desired, placing her at the core of his universe. His charm lies in transforming his flaws, such as unfaithfulness and amorality, into virtues. The allure of the forbidden attracts women, making the libertine irresistible. This figure remains timeless, breaking rules and constantly seeking new emotional stimuli and rare pleasures. Success in his seductive game hinges on genuinely burning with sincere feelings for a woman who won't remain indifferent. The Siren, often represented by a woman, has a captivating and almost heavenly presence. She promises a complete escape from life's constraints, creating a secret passage away from reality and its responsibilities. An exemplary siren, Cleopatra, draws attention through poised movements, gentle manners, and captivating style. Intensity and sensuality serve as her primary tools, immersing the man into a world of pleasure. In pursuit, he loses control and rationality. Sex becomes an embodiment of this allure, creating a magical atmosphere distinct from ordinary relationships. The siren achieves this seemingly effortlessly, leaving the impression of availability without expecting anything in return. For this archetype, physical attributes matter less than the ambiguity and contradiction she exudes. Marilyn Monroe, in this context, could also be considered a siren. Maintaining a considerable emotional and sentimental distance from the seduced person is crucial for the siren. Any deviation could risk exposure, diminishing the almost divine interest held by the victim. In reality, the ideal lover is a mirage, an illusion crafted through artifice. Every relationship with this figure transforms into a perfect story, a novel. The ideal lover, adaptable to both genders, rekindles youthful dreams or heals accumulated disappointments through a fantastical love story. This figure understands that individuals aspire to various forms of connection, whether romanticism, adventure, transgression, or spiritual communion. Consequently, the ideal lover picks up the pieces of the other's broken dreams, making them feel comfortable enough to open up and share a lot, thinking they've found their soulmate. Casanova serves as an excellent example, studying the woman in question, listening, and catering to her needs. Being the ideal lover isn't simple. It demands patience in the seduction process. Attention to details, dedication to mood swings, and the commitments of the other person. In this case, dedication reaches its peak, but once the path of harmony is paved, everything becomes simpler. The dandy, the most dynamic and unpredictable seducer archetype, applicable to both genders, is described through adjectives such as elegant, ironic, ambiguous, and unclassifiable. The only commonality with the libertine is making the victim feel liberated. Unlike the libertine, the dandy plays extensively with physical appearance and presence. Moreover, the concept of taste isn't confined to attire but extends to every aspect of daily life, from dining to home decor. Being different signifies confidence in personal preferences and a unique way of life, turning even boredom into an art form for these enigmatic seducers. The spontaneous, embodying the characteristics of childhood to which everyone remains connected, exudes playfulness, naivety, and spontaneity. This person makes everyone feel comfortable because nothing appears difficult and everything is like a game. The spontaneous gain sympathy by making seemingly useless efforts, making people want to protect and help, making everyone's natural defenses open. This is achieved through entirely harmless charm and the subversive abilities of a rascal. One of the most skillful manipulators among seducers is undoubtedly the charmer. Mastering the art of focusing attention solely on the victim and never on oneself, the charmer's essential quality is empathy. This seducer needs to connect with the target, understand joys and sorrows, utilizing this information later to their advantage. The charmer must listen, smooth conflicts, remain calm and non-confrontational, offer comfort in every situation, and generally be a source of pleasure for the victim. This approach allows the charmer to provide everything the other person needs without them even asking. So anyone involved with a charmer always feels comfortable and happy. This tactic creates a highly ambiguous relationship. Charmers help and offer advice to the other person in such a genuine and spontaneous way that the line between friendship and love becomes almost invisible, confusing the prey. Charismatic is a guru firmly believing in something, exuding self-assurance, determination, and captivating the masses with eloquence. Uncompromising faith in something attracts others, providing them with a purpose to believe in. The charismatic is perceived by the masses as a saint, surrounded by an aura of mystery. Their speech is not merely informative but inspiring, touching the emotions of others. Persuasive communication is one of the primary skills of the charismatic, often used by politicians and other public figures dealing with large audiences. The charismatic's toolkit includes theatricality, lack of inhibitions, eloquence, fervor, initiative, and even a hint of vulnerability. A historical reference for this figure is Joan of Arc, a peasant from a French village in the mid-15th century. She managed to garner a following because her holy visions were so vivid that it was impossible not to believe them. The coquette, usually embodied by a woman, is a narcissistic, independent, and calculating figure. Her spell involves alternating moments of absolute presence with unexpected withdrawal, offering pleasure and promising rewards, often illusory. The coquette decides when, how, and where to meet the victim, even in unlikely moments. By never providing complete satisfaction, she maintains high control over the other person, who lives in hope and frustration. The attachment of the prey to the coquette aligns with the principle that what cannot be obtained is more desirable. Typically, when pursued, the coquette inexorably distances herself. When the prey releases its grasp, which rarely happens quickly, the coquette returns. Sharing vulnerabilities and seeking reassurance, the other person willingly provides it, feeling important and useful for once. Additionally, the coquette doesn't experience jealousy as she's very confident in herself. Instead, she excels in provoking jealousy through various means, such as paying attention to a third person or questioning the attraction she feels for her victim. Now we're turning the spotlight on you. Which of these seductive archetypes have you encountered in your own life? Share your experiences in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to let us know which category you think is the most enchanting or challenging. And if you want to learn more about the topic, you can find the link to our previous video in the top right corner.